Family. I hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend. I can't believe it's already May. We're back. We had to take last week off. I had some travel delays that I wasn't expecting. So anyway, but I'm happy to be back and happy to be celebrating the beginning of May with you all. I can't believe we are rolling right through. So tonight we're going to switch it up a little bit. We've been talking a lot about mindset. We've been talking a lot about habits and just really kind of this is still kind of a mindset focused class. However, we're going to get really into what should you be spending your time doing? What should you be putting your energy toward? And this has come up a lot in the last couple of weeks. And I think it's important because so often we spend our time doing things that aren't necessarily helping us achieve what we're trying to achieve. And this most recently came up with my powerlifting coach today, actually. But I want to talk about the concept of project versus opportunity. And this can apply to every area of your life. So, as we talk about project versus opportunity, think about where you're at in your life, your different relationships, your career, your health, fitness, all of these things when it comes to project versus opportunity. Because so many times, most of us spend so much time working on projects that we're letting the opportunities pass us completely by. And we end up not reaching our goals. Now, there are going to be projects that we have to spend time on. There's going to be projects that you'll find as you start to think about it a little differently that maybe you can let go of. And that's going to open up space for you to focus on the opportunities to really help you achieve your goals. So what do I mean by all of this? And how does it relate to the what we eat, what we think, and what we do? And it's so important because a project is something that doesn't necessarily benefit us. And it typically is one-sided. It takes away from us, but doesn't necessarily give us a reward. Now, there are projects that are going to come up that you have to deal with. However, we all know that one friendship, that one coworker, that one something that is always more of a project than an opportunity. And it doesn't mean that you can't spend time on the project. But what it means is spending time on that project a detriment to you achieving your goals and you seizing your opportunities? And so an opportunity is the opposite. It's something that adds value because you're participating in it, because you're actively engaged with it. And this can look like so many different things. It can look like an opportunity to better your health, an opportunity to make more money, an opportunity to spend more time with people that really add value to your life. So these are all opportunities. So we're surrounded by them. But a lot of times we're so focused on helping the project that we feel like we have to help or have to be involved with, that we let the opportunity completely pass us by. And I know not everybody listens to Eminem, but it reminds me of the song Lose Yourself. And the very beginning of it is we only have one opportunity. And when we don't seize the opportunities, for lack of a better term, that's when our goals start to pass us by. because we don't take the opportunity to eat better. We don't take the opportunity to focus on exercise or the what we think. So you see, the entire system is an opportunity to plug into. But so many times we get sidetracked by the projects that we feel we have to give energy to, that we forget to seize the opportunity. And so I want you to really take a huge, a clear, in-depth inventory on everything that you spend time on. And so this is that calendar audit, right? We talk about that when we talk about setting our goals for the new year, right? So we're about almost to halfway through the year, not quite, but it's time to really take that inventory. What have you been spending time with on this year? If you're not necessarily achieving your goals or you're not moving toward your goals as quickly as you'd like to, why is that? Is there maybe a project that's standing in your way that you're allowing to derail or sidetrack you? And I will tell you, when we get so laser focused on what our opportunity is and on making sure that we are focused on that, we may still have to spend time on the projects, but we no longer allow it to dictate or control our actions. And that's the piece that you have to get to, because we all have relationships, we have families, we have all of these things that we have to do that may not be conducive to achieving our goals, but you can achieve your goals in spite of. And what do I mean by that? By that, I mean, I cooked fish in my car because I was so laser focused on achieving my goal that, yeah, the project I was working on, meaning my job at the time, was an hour south of here, with the only restaurants being a KFC and a McDonald's. So what did I do? I didn't allow the project to get in the way. I bought a portable grill thing from Amazon that plugs into my car adapter, and I reheated fish because that's what it took. And I'm not saying you have to go to those extremes. Hopefully, wherever you work, you have access to a microwave. But what that means is it took planning. It took just a few extra steps of planning to be able to do that. How did my dad go on a 9-day vacation and still lose weight, even though they were staying in hotels, eating out? Because we weren't allowing the project to get in the way of our opportunity to continue to better our health. And that's where we have to shift our mindset to really get laser focused on what is our opportunity, and then what happens if we allow a project to derail us. Who wins? Because it's not you. If we allow a project to get in our way, we're the only ones that lose on that end. And that's where I think we feel selfish sometimes for putting ourselves first. But how many of you have ever flown on an airplane and they say, put your oxygen mask on first before helping others? And there's a reason for that. If we don't make ourselves an opportunity, then we're going to be our toughest project. And I want to say that again. If we don't seize ourselves as an opportunity, then we're going to become our toughest project. What do I mean by that? I mean, we're going to have a lot of health challenges. Heart attack, stroke, diabetes, all of these things. And then we become our toughest project. Whereas if we were to have just treated ourselves and our health as our biggest opportunity, then it wouldn't have become our hardest project. And so when it comes to working out, right, find something you like to do. It doesn't matter what you do. I enjoy powerlifting. That gives me the opportunity to do physical activity that gives me a sense of purpose and a sense of accomplishment. And that's not everybody's thing, and that's okay. Some people love to run. My mom loves running. And that's perfect. But you have to figure out and give yourself the opportunity before you don't have a choice and it becomes a tough project because you're faced with, if you don't do this, then something bad is going to happen. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of people find themselves. But congratulations to you. You opted in prior to it getting that bad, that you still have the ability to treat yourself as a project and to treat your health as an opportunity. Treat yourself as an opportunity and your health as an opportunity rather than a project that you're going to resent and be resistant to. So really take an inventory. What are you spending the most time on? And are they projects or opportunities? And a quick assessment of that is it adding value to your life or is it draining value from your life? And this could be relationships. This could be a job. This could be anything, right? This could be a bad habit. All of these things, just think about what are you spending time doing? And then what opportunity are you passing up by doing this? Because the more opportunities we seize, the better we are in the long run. We're going to be both healthier, wealthier. Everything is just going to come together. But the more projects we work on, the more we're giving ourselves away and not prioritizing ourselves, prioritizing others over us. We're not putting our oxygen mask on first. Now, and I'm not telling you to give up helping family, helping friends. Definitely still do all that because that could be an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity to know you're doing the right thing and an opportunity to give back. So I'm not saying you're totally disregarding that, but what I'm saying is you're making your opportunities of your health and your wealth a priority, and then your projects fill in the gaps. So that is your assignment between now and next week. Figure out what projects can you eliminate or at least give less energy to so that you can give more energy to your opportunities so that down the road you have the opportunity to pour more time and energy into the projects that you choose to work on. All right. So I will see you back here next Sunday, 7 p.m. Next Sunday is Mother's Day. So happy early Mother's Day to all the moms out there. But I'll see you back here next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And until then, send me a project that you're either eliminating or spending less time on. And then send me an opportunity that you are going to devote more time to or more effort and energy to. All right. I will see you next Sunday. Super grateful for each and every one of you. And remember, seize your opportunities and don't let all your projects stand in the way. So proud of you all. I'll see you next Sunday. And until then, I'll see you in the comments and on text message or in our coaching sessions if you are in a program. Grateful for each and every one of you. See you soon. Bye.